So I returned home from my trip to Adepticon to find that everybody had been making videos about Archon's new pirate ship model. And lo and behold, there was a giant box waiting for me with my very own pirate ship inside. I guess I'm a little late to the party, but that's okay because I was still excited to put this thing together. It unlocked some core childhood memories for me of playing with the early Lego pirate ship. I loved that thing. It was probably my favorite toy for a year or two of my youth, and I still remember it fondly. Archon is well known for their Dungeons and Lasers sets, modular and affordable playsets for tabletop RPGs. This time around, Dungeons and Lasers 7 brings us to Porthaven, a nautical themed setting for running adventures in. And this campaign includes tons of character minis, set dressing, and whatnot to run a seaside, pirate-infested adventure, but the absolute showstopper in this release is the massive ship. This ship is absolutely crazy, and having now built one myself, I can tell you that the videos that I saw showing it don't do it justice in terms of its size. It's incredible and overwhelmingly large. This is easily the largest single model kit I've ever put together. And thankfully, it wasn't that difficult to assemble. It took some time. I probably spent close to 2 full days snipping pieces off the sprues and assembling, but overall it was fairly easy to build. Personally, I don't get too hung up on terrain that has playable interiors, but the ship is large enough to make it come apart into layers, and making the lower decks playable is actually worthwhile. There's enough room on each level to move minis around comfortably. I didn't do any crazy customizations on this as I built it, since I wanted to show what it looked like as you'd receive it. But I can pretty much guarantee that I will be spicing it up with some more grimdark details and turning it into some sort of abandoned ship for Mordheim, or maybe an unholy naval ship for Trench Crusade when that game inevitably expands to that. And actually, the campaign itself has some variants that you can choose for the ship. You can get the Ghost Ship version that comes in clear plastic, if you want something more eerie and spectral looking. One thing that my sample kit didn't come with were sails, but the actual one that you'd get from the campaign does come with cloth sails, which would be the ultimate final touch on this amazing kit. I was intimidated to paint this thing because it was so big and covered in detail, but just giving it a dark brown dry brushing over black primer made it look surprisingly good, way above tabletop ready standard. Of course, you could spend ages going in and painting the ship with meticulous details and get something that was truly display quality if you wanted to. I have used so many Archon Dungeons and Lasers kits and talked about them so much over the years on the channel, I'm not really sure what more I can say. Their plastic is top notch, their designs are great, their kits are easy to put together, and they rival competitors like GW in every way. Except for the price. The Dungeons and Lasers kits are way more affordable. The campaign itself is loaded with tons of models, and you really need to go check it out yourself. There's literally everything you need to run an adventure in a pirate type setting. I'll put a link in the description to the GameFound project so you can check it out and see all the cool stuff that's included, but I'll warn you the campaign is ending soon, so if you haven't already backed it, you probably want to do so quickly before it ends. This ship was an absolute pleasure to put together. It really did take me back to being a kid and gave me a much needed nostalgic hobby break. I'm excited to come back to it later and make it a bit more crazy and a bit more my own personal style. Again, go check out Dungeons and Lasers 7 Porthaven on GameFund now. Cheers.